All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, the great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shatia from the Chicago camp coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And what you're about to see here is more evidence on how this society has decayed morally. Okay, we live in a society where being disobedient and being out of order, not showing respect and having self-respect are these morally upright things are not celebrated. They are not held in high regard. They are not esteemed as the standard to uphold on a daily basis. Okay, not only to help yourself, but also to help society. Okay, and in this clip that you're about to see a student that's completely out of order. But let's just say he has some swift correction. So we're going to let this video play and we'll get some scripture. And his classmates cheered cheered on like, oh shit, that nigga got wrecked WWE style, man. He got that Taz suplex. All right. For y'all who used to watch wrestling back in the days, ECW with Taz. But yeah, he caused some swift rebuke. And to see, this is the type of behavior that's completely out of order. But to a certain degree, I don't blame him. I blame his parents, because all teaching starts at home. All teaching starts at home. As the expression goes in Proverbs 22:6, it says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Okay, let me read that again. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. And that, as I mentioned earlier, starts at home with the child respecting the authority of the parents. See, when you have children, okay, children are supposed to fear their parents. Fear in the sense of some physical fear, but more on the level of a respectful fear, in the sense that they know that when their parents tell them something, it needs to be done. Anything that is morally upright and reasonable that parents tell their children, children should know, hey, my parents told me to do this. I need to do it. Because if I don't do it, there's consequences. Also, when parents are out with their children, whether it be a park or a restaurant or their friend's household, it's still, that training is still there. These children need to know, wait a minute, you don't put your feet on the table at our house, you better not put your feet on the table at their house. You don't be loud and you're not loud and disruptive at our house. You better not do that in anybody else's house. See, children these days are not taught to respect authority. You know, they're raised to be able to do whatever they want to. Society has told parents that they need to placate to their children's emotional needs and well-being, and that uh, corporal punishment, as far as using a belt or a stick, these things are so barbaric. But the thing is, you see the results of children who don't have, or who you can tell never had that in the household. As the scripture says, what's it, a spare child? What's this? What is that saying? Let me do rod and child. Let's see. Man, all of these are pretty good. But I want to get that Proverbs 23 and 13. And it says, withhold not correction from a child. Okay. Not only does that mean that means that there are certain times where, yes, you do need to talk to your children. Okay, because all situations do not require getting their ass beat. There are some situations where physical pain will be counterproductive. But in the cases where children have been told numerous times and they continue to do the same thing, it eventually just becomes outright rebellion. And this is when, as it says, withhold not correction from the child. For if thou beatest him with a rod, he shall not die. Right. See, there are many times in children's lives where they actually do need an ass whooping. They need to know that disobedience and disrespect will not be tolerated. They need to understand that the times where you do have to put a foot in their ass, you're actually taking it easy on them, because if they don't understand this concept, when you do it to them, life will show it to them, and life will show it to them in a more cruel fashion, and life may not have mercy on them as you, the parent, would. Okay? Proverbs 22 and 15. I'm going to get this one. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child. Right? Because when you don't, as the scripture read, as we just read in the other, as we just read in the previous precept, okay, when you don't correct that foolishness, hey, children just think they can do any old thing. All children's minds is on games, pleasure, how they can be happy, what makes them happy. And it says, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. Right? Because when children keep playing too much, because they want to be happy and they want to be pleasured, when it comes to a time where children have to listen and they don't want to listen, and you put that belt on their ass, then they understand, like, oh, I need to listen. Mom ain't playing around. Dad ain't playing around. And see, it's this type of training that many of these children in this modern time lack. This is the reason why you have a teenager that thought he had the audacity and he had the right to put his hands on a teacher like he's a grown fucking man. Now, I'm 45 years old, and anybody around my age and older heard men say back in the day, little boy, you better stay in a child's place. Because if you want to step to me like a man, I will treat you like a man. And trust me, it only took 1 or 2 times for you to realize I'm good. When you got your ass whooped, either by the belt or when a man had to put his hands on you and you felt that grown man strain for the first time, yeah. A lot of guys I know, it only took 1 or 2 times. And you ain't want to step in the place of a man. You like, I'm good. But this society doesn't uphold to that standard. And this is why you have this little damn demon thinking that it's okay to put his hands on that teacher. Now, it looked like the teacher was trying to escort him out, or if not, was trying to get him in order, because it seems like his behavior was out of order if you already got 2 adults surrounding him. Now, after the student hit him, the teacher was like, no, you cannot be in this auditorium anymore. Your ass got to go. The student kept hitting him. So the teacher was like, all right, cool, man. I'm going to leave. And on the way of leaving, the child thought that the teacher walking away and turning his back was a sign of weakness, until his ass got outside that auditorium. And like I said, he got hit with that the human suplex machine Taz style. I mean, he got hit with that suplex Taz style. All right. See, many of these children don't understand that they need to stay in a child's place. You got these folks be like, man, why he do that like that? You know, you got these young nigger women, 15, 16, 17 years old. We all done seen videos. Bodyguard in the school trying to break up the fight, like, hey, baby girl, you need to chill out, go back to your room. Fuck you, you can't tell you what to do. And he's being as calm as possible until she start putting hands on him. And even then, he lets 1 or 2 slide. But she starts getting off the handle, and that fucking right hook come across and lay her ass out. Just like the example with this kid, he got a swift rebuke. And this is, but as I said before, this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with monsters, as spoken of. What's that? We're dealing with monsters with the mentality of monsters. This is why. What does it say in No. It is Timothy. I want to say is it First Timothy? No, it's Second Timothy. Second Timothy 3 and 1. And I said, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents. You know that child is disobedient to his parents by the way he treated that man and those other teachers. He showed a complete lack of respect, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce despisers of those that are good, traitors, haty, high minded, lovers of pleasures more than the lovers of God. That is the mentality of many of these monsters out here in this modern world. We can do whatever we want to and there's no consequences. No. As the scripture clearly says, you got Job 4 and 8, but I think there is one in the New Testament. Is it Galatians? Yeah, Galatians 6 and 7. And it says, be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So this little young man thought that he was going to go out and disrespect this teacher, this grown man, by putting hands on him. Well, when you go out and continually disrespect people, you get the reward of a person who goes out and disrespects people. And in this case, he got fucking suplexed. But that's all I want to say on this. I hope you all were edified. Till the next time, we're going to say shalom.